Hello, this is the first part of a new resource editor tutorial. For this part, I'm just going to demonstrate the basic usage of the resource editor and its new GUI builder, and try to show you how to create the most simple Hello World application that you can imagine. So to get started, let's start by creating a simple UI for Hello World. And in the next time, I'm going to try and explain why this works this way and how you can improve on this. First, we'll create a form. A form is the most basic form of UI in LWUIT. This is generally a screen, what you would think of. And let's create a button, and we can drag it and place it anywhere we want. We can place it here, we can place it anywhere using a layout manager around it. For instance, I can say I want it in any one of these layouts, and I can currently center it, just so it'll be nicer. I'll call the button, give it a label hello, or maybe say hello, and it updated right here. Now I'll create the dialog, which is the dialog that says hello, and a dialog is something that just pops up, and in it I'm going to place a label that just says hello, like this. Now in the hello world, I can define this as a command, which will essentially just pop up the dialog. So when we say hello, we want to go to the hello dialog and show it. So this is just the simplest application we can create. It doesn't look like much right now, but let's show it working. We can create a theme, and everything in LWUIT is just a theme. It looks as if we have something going. So here we can say hello, and we get the first label of the hello. And go back to this screen, and now we want to customize it to make it look better. No, I didn't want that. Here we go. So to customize this, we use theme properties. So here I can define, for instance, the form. The form is the background of everything. I can say that I want my form to have a BG gradient, and first I'll have to define the type as a gradient right here, and I can place lots of different types for everything. I can say it's a horizontal gradient or a vertical gradient for my case, and I can define the colors of the gradient. For specifically the gradient, I need to define it like this, and I can say, for instance, I want the gradient to go from red to black like this. Or let's pick blue. Blue is nicer. I can use obviously one of these color pickers to pick a better color, but right now this is enough. I can customize the button, and here I'll show something a bit more elaborate. I use the border wizard to create a more three-dimensional button like this. I can here also pick colors, like I can pick purple like this, and the white on top creates a sort of three-dimensional look that sort of sticks out. Here I define the cuts of the image, how the corners would be cut in an image border essentially. If you're familiar with the 9-part image border, left, right, etc. I want to apply it to a button. Here we go, and this is the buttons selected, and let's put this unselected, and as pressed right now. We don't really need all of the complex types of buttons like this here. So let's just generate this, and here we have say hello, which looks much better right now. Now the dialog still doesn't look really good. So let's define the foreground color of the dialog, the background color part. And let's use where's the dialog? Here we go. That's the dialog. I want it also to have a BG gradient, but this time I'll take it to be green or something. sorry, green, yeah, like this. And obviously we'll need the BG type to apply to the dialog as well, like this. Better. And I'd want the label to have the foreground color. Let's first of all make everything, let's make the label transparent so we can see the dialog behind it. And that's about it, I think, right? So that's already much better. And this is generally a hello world. And right now, if I go back here, I'll fix this text here, so it'll say hello. We can actually see that the theme has already updated itself even in the GUI builder, and that we can customize everything just as we expect. We can preview our UI in various resolutions, like this. And we can customize a lot of the behaviors and the commands, but all of this I'll show you next time when I demonstrate the GUI builder and the theme creator again. Until next time.